Okay, our grade 8 algebraic expressions. Let's quickly answer these questions. Now, we need to fill this table. Number of terms. Terms are separated by positive and negative. So in this case, I have a plus separating two things there. So number of terms here is 2. And what is the name? 2 is a binomial. Now, coefficient of x cubed. In this case, there's no x cubed there, so I'm going to leave that blank. Coefficient of x squared. All I need to do is to cover x squared. And what am I left with? I'm left with a 3. Coefficient of x. Okay, we can put a 0 because it's not there. In case they ask us, then let's put 0. What about the coefficient of y? I'm going to come here and cover my y. And what am I left with? Positive 2. So all I'm doing is covering, and the constant value is 0. Number of terms here is 1. And what's that called? That's called a monomial. Mono means 1. X cubed, there's no x cubed. X squared is 4, 0, 0, and 0. What about this one? Number of terms is 4. How do I know my number of terms is 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if it's 4, it's called a quadnomial. Now, what's the coefficient of x cubed? There's no x cubed here, so we are good. Safe to say 0. X squared, 0. All right. Now, what is the coefficient of x? Beautiful. Now, if you look at, where do I have x? There, let's cover x. I have a 7. But I also have x here, which is leaving me with what? 3y. Cover x. I have 3y. Cover x. I have 7. So I'll say 7 and 3y. What is the coefficient of y? Let's cover y quickly. What do I have? Negative 2. The sign is important. And what's my constant? Positive 4. Here there are 3 terms, and it is called a trinomial. Coefficient of x cubed is 0. What about the coefficient of x squared? Cover the x squared. Whatever is remaining, I'm going to write, which is what? 8. Coefficient of x is 2. Coefficient of y, there's no y, and my constant value is 7. Number of terms here also 4. What is this? That's a quadnomial. Coefficient of x cubed is positive 3. Coefficient of x squared is negative 2. Coefficient of x is negative 2y. How did I get that? Cover my x. I'm left with negative 2y. Now the next one. Cover my y. What am I left with? Negative 2x. And my constant value, sign is important, negative 8. Now, number of terms on the last one is 1. Why? Terms are separated by plus and minus. All of this is one term, all right, because of the division. So this is called a... Now, for this one, we're going to pass because we've not done a bit of algebra, so I'm going to leave this one empty for now because our coefficients will be quite different. So let's leave that space. Lovely. Find the value of the expression. First, you have to substitute. Anywhere I see x, I'm going to put negative 1 squared. 2, negative 1. Y is 2 plus 7. Y is 2 minus 4. Now, what do I know? Negative 1 squared would be 1. Alright, negative and even number is 1 times 3 would give me 3. Now, 2 times negative 1 is negative, right? Remember, positive 2 times negative, alright? So that would be a negative. 2 times 1 times 2 would give me 4. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14, and you have minus 4. We can then add, your numbers. 3 plus 4 would give me what? 17. 17 minus 4 would give us 13, and 13 minus 4 would give us 9. I hope that makes sense. So if it's addition and subtraction, I can just also move from left to right. 3 minus 4, negative 1. Negative 1 plus 14. I'm owing 1 rand, but I have 14 rand. That would be 13. And 13 minus 4 would give me 9. Okay, let's run. What about this? Negative 4. My x is negative 1. My y is 2. What is my y value here? 2. What is my x? Negative 1. Don't forget it's squared. My y value is 2 plus 8. Negative times negative would give me a positive. 4 times 1, 4 times 2 would give me 8. Minus 4, because 2 times 2, and there's a negative. Now, be careful with this one. Negative 1 squared will give me a positive 1. Now, 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 6. Positive 6. And positive 8. What would your answer be? 8 minus 4 would give you 4. 4 plus 6 would give you 10. 10 plus 8 would give you 18. Number 3, 2 negative 1 cubed minus 3 2 squared plus 4 negative 1. Our y is 2. Okay, we now simplify. Don't forget, negative in the bracket with an odd will make it a negative 1. So negative 1 times that will give me a negative 2. 2 squared will give me 4 times negative 3 would give me negative 12. Now, positive times negative would give me a negative. 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 8 minus 3. Okay, they are all negatives, so my answer will be negative. All I need to do is to add all these values now. 2, 12, that is 14. 14, 8 would be what? 22 and 25. And it's all negative because you are owing. You owe 2 rand, remember? We said you are owing 2 rand, and then you borrow another 12 rand, which makes it negative 14. Now you borrow another 8 rand, which makes it negative 22. Then you borrow another 3 rand, negative 25. Number 4, negative 1 squared plus 2 squared. 1 is negative 1 and y is 2. Okay, let's simplify. Negative in the bracket, even exponent, 1 plus 4 minus 1 plus 2. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 plus 2, and your answer is 6. Okay, integers quickly here. Let's see. Like we said, just use the fact that you are owing and all of that. You are owing 3 rand, you are owing another 4 rand, which makes it owing 7 rand. Alright? So you can simplify it. Negative 7. These ones are positive. Alright, sign of the bigger number is positive, so your answer is 5. You're owing 7 rand, but you have 12 rand. Here, the rule of board mass. Please, we start with multiplication. So I'm going to keep that. Positive 3 times negative will be negative 12. And then I have negative 16. I'm owing 4, I'm owing 12, 16. Here we deal with whatever underneath the square root. Okay, and what would that be? 169 would be square root of 25, right? Yes, and what's the square root of 25? 5. Here, the square root of 169 is 13, and the square root of 144 is 12, and our answer is 1. Number 5, let me just quickly create a fresh page. I need to do number 5 here, and then do 6 and 7. Okay, what will I do for my number 5? Negative 3. It's a negative in the bracket, and an even there would give me 3 squared, which is positive 9, plus negative and even number would give me positive. 4 squared would give me 16. Okay, times, what is 8 times 8 there? 64 over 4 times 3 is 12. Remember, rule of board mass. We've dealt with all the brackets. Now what do? We do multiplication first. So that will be 9 plus. Let's quickly do 64 multiplied by 16. 6 times 4, 24. 36 plus 2 would be what? 38. And then I have my 0, 4, and 6. So 6 add downwards 2, 9, and that would, remember 2, I put a 1, and that would give me 10. 1026 divided by 12. And what would this be? 1035 divided by 12. And if I, no, 103, yeah, correct, 35. If I look at this, can I divide by 3? 8, yes, I can divide by 3. You know the system. If you add 1 plus 0, 0, plus 3, sorry, 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 3, 4, plus 5, 9. Can I divide 9 by 3? Yes. That means this number we can divide by 3. That's how we check. So 1035, let's quickly work it out. Divide by 3. I have a 3 there in 10. That's 9. Drop the 3. I have a 4. And that will give me 12. Subtract, and I have a 15. That is 345. 3, you have to always simplify. And 12 divided by 3 would give me 4. And we'll leave it like that. For now, we can just leave it like that. Okay, let's answer question number 6 and 7. And from there, it will be you going into your textbook and looking for such questions to practice with. Okay, we start from the square root inside. And inside we have brackets. What do? Negative, negative will give me positive 4. And that will give me 60 because we have to do that. Okay, so what do we have? Cube root of the square root of 64. Now, what is the square root of 64? 8. And what is the cube root of 8? 2. Here, number 7, the negative of a square root undefined, which makes the whole answer undefined. Have a lovely day and good practice. Goodbye.